Hey there! Are you a crime scene investigator, law enforcement officer, or forensic scientist looking for a Facebook community that understands you? Check out Taction USA's forensic product groups. You'll find blogs, articles, information, and community. For those of us in the investigative field, there are not many lines of support out there, but Taction USA is a company that was founded by law enforcement for law enforcement. Subscribe today to get access to exclusive content. Just look for Taction USA in Facebook groups.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Crossing the Tape. We're coming at you with another mini episode in our Apothecary Series, this time around.
The history of arsenic.
And by the way, if our voices sound a little different today, it's because we've been poisoned with arsenic.
Not quite.
I'm sorry, we're getting over a cold. Yeah, arsenic has nothing to do with it.
No, that's another story for another day.
Yes.
Arsenic has been called the king of poisons, which doesn't really surprise me when you think about it.
Yeah,
it's always...
If you're going to be something, be the best.
Well, I'm thinking more of in literary terms,
True.
Every book that has a poisoning, it's usually arsenic.
Yeah.
Its potency was recognized in the 4th century in mineral form. The mineral was formally discovered by Albertus Magnus, a German scholar, in 1250.
Great name.
Yeah. During the 4th century, the Romans and Greeks were very familiar with the poison and its fatal effects. Mm-hmm. And in fact, one of the first ever documented crimes was when a group of women conspired to poison men they could benefit from financially, which I think is very interesting that's one of those crimes that hasn't really... I want to find out more about that investigation.
What happened? Did it work?
Because no, but it's a long time ago, and you know me, I'm a nerd and I like history, so I want to find out more about that. Maybe that'll be another episode.
Also fitting for old history that one of the first ever documented crimes was those women are getting up to something.
Well, I was thinking it was fitting too that they discovered arsenic, and then lo and behold, it didn't take long to figure out that it was fatal.
Yes.
And use it.
Poisoning is often more of a...
it's a woman's MO.
Yeah, it's a feminine killer's trait.
Yeah. In 82 BC, the first law against poisoning was developed. They were already writing case law, probably based off of those women.
Interesting to think there was a time when that wasn't illegal.
Right. Well, it hadn't occurred yet.
Yeah.
Knew
everything's got to start somewhere. You can't murder someone.
Right.
But if you put something in their food and they don't
wake up
to it,
yeah.
It's not illegal per se.
Yeah, it's interesting. That was interesting to me too. That's when it was developed. But again, that's how things come about. It has to happen, usually, for it to come about. Lawmakers decided to make a law against this since many deaths were suddenly occurring with arsenic at the heart of it. So all of a sudden, people realized what it can do. Like, hey!
They discovered this thing, and then what?
It was vastly used then and into later eras in the political world, as many individuals in that realm tried to control the fate of politics by taking matters into their own hands, using poison. Doesn't surprise me at all.
No. Politics is a dirty game.
It is, and it was then, and it still is, and it probably always will be.
So I remember something just a couple of years ago, I forget which third world country, but a major politician's a brother of or an opponent, somebody walked up to him at an airport. Well, I guess not third world, but...
You're right.
Lesser developed country.
Yes.
Walked up to him at an airport and put a rag over his face for a second and ran off, and the guy was dead within a few minutes, whatever he inhaled.
Yeah.
So, it's not like that went away.
No. Arsenic has also been used as an additive to paint as well. Probably not anymore, but...
Well, lead and arsenic, man. That stuff will last 100 years.
Well, yeah, I know.
You only need one coat.
True. But that's mostly what I found without getting into too many weeds, because there was quite a bit of history, though I am still curious about that first investigation.
Yeah, into the
women who conspired against men who they could benefit from.
Well, yeah, it makes you wonder, was it kind of a brothel situation. They were enticing them in for a good time and then
I don't know.
Poison them and take their wallet?
I don't know if it was like that or it was like a group of married women that were, well, if we do this, then we'll all be better off,
we'll
you know.
Get whatever our husbands leave behind.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's something to look into for another day.
Mm-hmm.
But that is your abridged version of the history of arsenic.
The brief history.
Yes.
And the second in our Apothecary Series.
Yes. There will be one more, and then I'm going to figure out something else to write about.
Is the third topic a poison?
Yes.
Well, that fits.
Thank you for listening.
Please sign the crime scene log on your way out.
Stay safe.
So long.